everybody.
It's Monday night and we're cooking after dark today. Yes, cooking after dark. We're just going to wait for a few others to come into the room. Yes. Then we get a few others in here, so it's all good. So how you been doing, Captain Unicorn? So nice of you not to
Pretty
abandon
good.
me this week.
Not my fault. I was out of town.
Abandoned.
Abandoned.
He abandoned the bear. Abandoned the bear again.
Well, you have the talent to carry a show by yourself, so it's fine.
Yes, it was terrifying but fun. But you have to
I
remember.
did show up in the text halfway through.
Yes, and you didn't bother even coming up,
No, I
showing
didn't.
you don't
I was
care.
tired.
You don't, really?
I was tired.
And
Yeah.
here I was working all day, slaving away in the kitchen, and then carrying off the show. I don't know how Addie
Oh.
puts up with you. I really don't. Oh. It's like no appreciation. My pause.
Nope.
Pause. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Anyways, we'd like to welcome you all here. Hopefully, there will be. We're just gonna jibber jab for a few minutes as some of the others come wandering in, going, "Whoa, where is everybody?" And they're coming up now, slowly but surely. I see you got your tiara on. It's always good to see your ears and your
I
horn.
am Captain Unicorn. I must do
You
the persona.
must.
I
That
must
is
squeeze my
true.
bust. Yeah, say that.
We must. We must. Da, 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 da. The bigger, the better. The tighter the sweater. We must. We must. It's all good. Oh my God, I can remember my sister doing that, and then all of a sudden puberty hit, and then like, yeah, nature rewarded her. It was all good. It was all good. The front of your horn has a hole in it. Yes, I can see right through it. We have to. We have to get a gem for that unicorn horn. I don't
Or
know
get a
what
better
it
one.
will be. Maybe
You
I
know,
don't
they
know.
really don't make these for adults. I had to go to the party store and go to the kids section and make
Yeah,
it fit.
yeah. That's half the fun about going to a party store and having nieces. I just turn around. Well, hopefully you come more than 2 times, but hey, that's all good. Anyway, secular, it's all good. We're talking about food, and tonight we're talking about pasta. Pasta. Oh yeah, because there's a secret little video coming out next week or during this week that will extol the virtues of pasta, the passion of pasta. It's all good.
No, this one is a really good video. It's better than the poutine one, definitely, and
Oh yeah,
it'll get better as we produce these things.
hmm it can
So
get better.
it
It'll
will get
show the
better.
it'll show the pleasure of food. The pleasure of food for one, for two, for a whole group. Sometimes even more than one group. It's all good. No, really, it is. That's why food is universal. It's universal. It's the
Food is
universal
awesome.
meeting place.
Like Saturday, I
Yes,
made a steak. It was awesome. I
I
love steak.
heard. I heard. Unfortunately, you didn't send it in as part of our member contributions now, did you?
No, I
No.
ate it.
Mm. Well, you didn't eat all of it. Addie had some of it. You
Well,
didn't
she had
just
her
make
own.
it for yourself. So,
Unfortunately, each steak cost $20. It was outrageous.
oh my God, yours
But I
as
was
the
I was
prices here.
craving straight pure meat, so I just did it.
You know what? I crave straight pure meat every single day of my life.
No, not straight. you want
Some
a
say
hook in it,
the
right?
A, yeah, some say the A, some say they're not. It's all good. But anyways, we're getting back to cooking. Rest in peace, Rafters. Good luck, Leafs. You're starting. Hopefully they'll make it out of the first round. They haven't since 2004, so it's the NHL playoffs start. So let's hope
Oh,
that the Leafs get there.
oh yeah, the Stanley Cup.
Yes, the Stanley Cup. Yes.
Sorry, I'm not a hockey guy.
Oh my God. Well, I'm in Toronto. Whether you're a hardcore or just on the edge fan or on the rim of fandom, it's always good, to support your hometown group.
Yeah.
It always is.
Well, it's like around here, we support our local colleges.
Yes.
So, and I'm not
And
a sports guy, but when it comes to the playoffs, then I at least feign interest, just so I can be
very,
part of the
very cool.
conversation.
Very cool. I'm going to start saying hello to people as they're coming in because we're starting to get more and more as the notifications go out across the time zones, across the world. You never know who may be watching in future or currently. I'm going to say, hey, Spartan Dan. How you doing, Addie? Hello, Luna. Hey, Trey.
Thursday Child. Hi.
Hang on, I haven't got. Hey, Thursday's Child. Hey, Robbie. Thanks for joining. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Sec. Be good, Sec. Bum, 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 bum.
The hammer's ready, so don't worry.
Oh, yeah, I know. Ooh, the hammer. Hey, Ganjon. Doo, doo, doo. Hello, Robbie. Dee, dee, dee. Hey, Daniel Robinson. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Traveler Girl Lou. So, we have a couple of things that we're going to do. And first, before we go to our lovely pasta segment, where you will all be quizzed, all of you will be quizzed on pasta. Well, I'm going to help quiz you. But anyways, a lovely member of ours known as Trey does have some food videos from her channel, and we've received permission to play them. And the first one I'm going to go after is Trey's making of, how do we call it in the States or in North America? Salsa. Salsa. You know, it's
Well,
a very...
there's two different kinds of things. The salsa is generally cooked, and there's pico de gallo, which is just the raw tomatoes, onions, cilantro, peppers,
Mhm.
that kind of
Well,
stuff.
but still, it just rolls off the tongue. Hey,
But
Kayla.
generically, it's all salsa. Yes.
Yes, but go salsa. You can
Salsa.
say it sexily, like when you're having hors d'oeuvres
Mm.
with someone and they're over, and you have the chips, then you bring it out. It's like, would you like some salsa? You know, salsa,
Salsa.
salsa, salsa. Okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try. Oh, yes, the purest of us over here. Oh, you can't see my pointer. You know, the one with the tiara says that it's called something other than salsa. What do you call it again? The
Pico de
uncooked food?
gallo.
Pinco de gallo. Pinco
Pinco,
de,
yes. Pinco de gallo.
Pinco de gallo. So it's a pink guy. So, anyways, I'm gonna go and get the entertain our members while I go and get the video ready. Okay?
Entertain your member. Got it.
Yes, that's why you wear the sparkles tonight. That's why you're wearing the sparkles. Pinco de gallo. No, not Pico de gallo. I think is a certain type of olive oil, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
Well, what do you? Well, how do you? Well, find out how you spell it properly.
Pico de gallo.
Gailo or
No. Addie. Oh, Miss Spanish person or
Pico de
speaker.
gallo. Oh,
There it
one
is.
moment.
Trey said it.
Boom, 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 boom. Pico de gallo.
Yes, but it is Spanish.
Uh huh.
You white person.
No, I'm Canadian. It's supposed to be French. French. Gaia. Gaio. 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 Okay, hang on. Oh, Lord. I don't
Oh
know.
no.
Oh, no, he's back again.
Okay. So
Okay,
has anybody made anything good this weekend? So I made steak. What did everybody else make?
what did everybody else make? What did everybody else make? I'm not quite sure. Okay. Are you ready to share, Captain Unicorn?
Yes.
Shall I start it?
I mean that. Or no, you're not ready yet. Damn it.
I'm ready to share. Have you brought us up?
Yeah, it's up.
Good. Now we're going to start. Now just take a look at those ingredients. I'm going to start it again. Well, when I get to it. Well, okay. Let's keep going. Okay, let's just stop there.
Oh yeah.
Can we just take a look at the colors of these fresh ingredients? Look at that
Red
lovely
onion,
central
garlic.
tomato.
Oof,
that fresh
looks good.
garlic, those Spanish onions with just that slight blush of the little purple. Yeah, you know how something is just slightly has that slight light hue. Mm.
So you
And
call them Spanish onions?
well, I always look at them
We
as
just call them
Spanish.
red onions.
Well, they could be red onions.
Okay, what's a Spanish onion then?
Well, I'll have to take a look at it
Huh?
next time I'm out. I always thought these were Spanish onions because they have that nice little red, like pinkish purple hue on them,
Yeah,
and they're really really fragrant,
yeah.
and they have a real distinctive flavor to them. And then look at these fresh yellow and orange peppers all diced up. Mm. And then of course, I'm assuming that this is all cilantro.
Yeah,
Mm.
be my guess.
Yeah, and you know that that's gonna get give it a little bit of that zing and flavor to it. It's salsa night. And then the drizzle of that nice little fresh olive oil just all through it. You know
Mm.
it's going to just bring out the flavors. And then you have to add a little bit of salt because you know that it'll just make that tomatoes pop.
But you gotta be careful shaking it on that way.
Why?
It's so easy to accidentally overdo it.
Well, you just have to have a gentler hand. You know
Good
what I
luck with
mean?
that.
Oh, well,
No, what do you mean?
you got to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to make love to your food. You got to sprinkle. You got to drizzle. You got to talk to it because you're going to be
But
my.
occasionally you can get overexcited and be too vigorous.
Well, that's if you're haven't had homemade food in a while. But I mean, I'm just saying that you got to make love to your salsa. That way, you bring out the best flavors. A little bit of pepper. Yes, you stir. You got to stir that puppy all up. Get those ingredients all mixed. Get those flavors melding together. Look at that. You got your chips all ready. You got your salsa for the movie night or for that nice little appetizer on the back patio when you're entertaining someone. Or just for yourself. It's always a good taste treat.
I once made a nice big batch of salsa for my birthday.
Hmm.
I was cooking all the food for all the guests.
Hmm.
I should have set aside a bowl for me because I didn't get any.
Aw. Well, you learn from your mistakes now, don't you?
Make a ton.
And you always put a little aside in the back of the fridge where no one
Yeah.
knows it's there. Oops.
Now repeat what you're saying.
I think I kept it on a loop.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So that was me. I kept it on a loop. But bravo, Trey. Bravo. So that's from our members, Trey. Trey. She has a channel. Next week, we're going to be featuring. You see, you made Trey feel bad. She lost her salt shaker.
No,
Bad unicorn.
all I meant was
Bad
do it in your
unicorn.
hand, and then that's all I meant.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
can. It's all good. Hey, Gina Maxi. Hey, Drifter
Balsamic
Nomad.
vinegar in a salsa? That
This is
sounds
a
interesting.
salsa. A salsa. Yeah, that could be. Hey, Paranormal Witch. Got to make the flavors make love before you eat it. Exactly. You mix those puppies together, you get them melding, you get them gel. I mean, that's why they call it salsa.
Like the
It's
dance.
it's right. They dance within each other, and then you come in and you dip that chip in there, and you just chunk it right up and just go. "Mm."
Now that looked like it was yellow or orange bell pepper. No, I've never made it with bell pepper. I always use jalapeno or Anaheim poblano, but never a bell pepper.
Yes, Gina, we were discussing that earlier. That the real name of it is pico de gallo, but I don't know salsa. I mean, pico de gallo sounds more Arif, but salsa sounds more sensual for
Yes.
me. I'm just saying. Hey, Lindsay, I have to remember you guys are teaching me more of the Southwest tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
okay. Well, I learned a lot of stuff when we lived in California for a while, and go to any hole in the wall Mexican restaurant, the best food ever.
hmm
And they serve some of the just the most authentic stuff. Not that I've ever been to Mexico, I wouldn't know. But Addie has been to Mexico. She knows, and she told me.
I was in Mexico, but I was in my 20s, and there was a lot of tequila. So I'm just saying that they
Yes,
may have had
Addie
that
Addie
there,
cannot
but
have
I don't
tequila.
remember. Well, I had tequila. Only way to say it, salsa, salsa,
Salsa.
salsa. Hey, whiskey musings. What do you mean? Salsa can be sensual. Salsa is sensual. And it's more sensual when you're making it for someone else that you want to entice to stay the evening. Have some salsa.
Some
It's
salsa.
better. Yeah, it's better than saying, "Oh, I got chips and dip. I have salsa."
Oh no, yeah, that's just.
It's like I have salsa. Would you like some chips and dip? No, I want salsa.
I want to go home.
I want some pico de gallo.
Yeah, even saying it like that.
That works in my instance. Yep, that would work for me. I have some pico de gallo. Would you like some pico de gallo?
Ooh.
And then to a Canadian, be like, "Oh, you're making salsa."
Where's the poutine?
Yeah, we only have poutine on special days. I tell you, special days. No, you have to have fun. I don't know if you add lime. A couple of people have been
Yeah,
asking if you add lime to it.
depends on your
It's
personal
just,
taste, but yeah, I add little lime,
oh, okay, cool.
hummus. Okay, that'd be good.
A salsa?
Well, drifters, yeah, Drifter said drizzle lime and add some hummus in the middle too.
Well, I could.
So why not?
Oh, I'd bring out both and find out exactly what their taste delicacies are. Would you like some hummus or some
Okay,
salsa?
Paranormal Witch says she's never had tequila. Or is it a
You've
she?
never had
Yeah.
tequila? Oh my.
Are you in the States? I
Yes.
mean, Cinco
Yes.
de Mayo is Thursday. You go
It
get an airline bottle. Just get an airline bottle.
it isn't okay. Tequila, if it's for your first time, you have to take it slow. But mind you, you have a far more wide-ranging variety of tequilas in the US and Mexico than what we have up here. Far more variety.
Mm.
So you have a whole variety to choose from. You just hang on one sec. I have to sneeze.
Oh, you forgot to mute your mic though. Anywho, so who likes tequila? Not a fan, but I will drink it on Cinco de Mayo because everyone's Mexican on Cinco de Mayo or Drinko de Mayo, as some call it.
Ah, I'm back. No, no, I had it for a week. And in Mexico, we were in Acapulco. We were in our 20s. We went through the clubs. Our table always won a bottle of tequila every night. We were very popular. I got to learn to love tequila. I think I sobered up about the fourth day I came back to Canada. I swear to God, it
Wow.
was like, oh my God. Ah, thank God for your 20s and a good liver. I could not do that today. Okay. I
No,
would never
fortunately,
be able.
our 20s were very sober because we couldn't afford alcohol. But now I can afford alcohol,
Oh,
and that's why we have fun Fridays.
yes, of course. There's fun Fridays, fun Saturdays, the whole thing.
Occasionally,
Yes.
it depends.
Willow lives in Texas. Get the rope. What? Yes, I've tried margaritas, but the ones I tried, I don't know. Do they always salt the rim like that?
It's traditional, yeah.
No, but they really oversalted it because all I
Oh,
could taste was salt.
well, you can always ask for no salt,
I think I
or
would next time.
yeah,
I think I would.
say
It's just that.
just have them salt half the glass. You can, because you're supposed to do is rub a lime around the edge of the glass.
Mhm.
So if you rub it around halfway, you'll get half the salt. That way you can go back
Yeah,
and forth.
because the when I tried it, we were on one of those booze cruises, and then we, so it was kind of like all I got was a mouthful of salt, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh. So how are you at nachos, Captain Unicorn?
I make super gringo nachos. Okay, I don't make traditional nachos. I use Velveeta. Okay, because using regular cheddar and mozzarella,
Hmm.
it just solidifies, and you pick up one chip, and the whole plate comes up. I don't like that.
Oh,
So I call my nachos nachos de Ed, my dad. He taught me how to make nachos with Velveeta. So Velveeta, milk, and then you make your whatever kind of taco meat you want. Started off with
ooh,
just ground beef and your packet of taco seasoning. That's your old standby. And there's olives and whatever else you want to throw on there, jalapenos.
very cool. So
Top it off with sour cream and salsa.
salsa. So Danielle, your homework assignment is when you finally have a chance, you're gonna show us your version of nachos. Yay! Like anejo. Anejo is aged for 6 months, more depth and flavor. So is
Yeah, I've heard
anejo
that.
a type of tequila?
Yes.
Get the rope, Velveeta. Yeah,
I know it's sacrilege.
it'll be interesting to see. It'll definitely be interesting. But next week we're also going to feature Trey's chicken soup. Tonight we featured Trey's salsa. So next week the chicken soup will be coming on. But people, we have to discuss the passion of the pasta. So, for those of you that are with us and that may or may not know, I want you guys to list all the different types of pasta that you know. It's all good. It's all supposed to be for fun, Trey, so it's all good. Don't you private that video. I know that it's there, so you cannot private it. So don't try and private that video when I go to play it for next Monday. Do I have that promise from you, Trey? Come on, say yes. Come on, we're waiting. It's all good. That's the whole thing. That's all the fun. That's all the fun of it here.
So now I gotta look up pasta.
No, I do not throw my spaghetti up against the wall. My mother would have smacked my hand if I did that, saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, have you seen what's on the cover of your cabinets? I mean, how do you wipe down your cabinets or your walls in your kitchen?
Who, me?
Anybody?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a no, no, no. You never throw pasta at a wall in an Italian household.
Yeah, you bite it.
I'd get a wooden spoon not only across my shoulders. Hey, Luna.
Uh,
So, come on, people. I'm going to be testing some of your knowledge. List the number types of pasta that you know of. Hey, Kayla. I know you know a few. Bring it on home. Don't disappoint me. Some of you guys have to be pasta lovers. Some of yous are. Well, you don't need it. That's not the point. Throwing it at the wall. Come on. Okay. Oh, we got some connoisseurs here.
Pollock.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
You crack.
Huh. Okay.
I crack my pasta in half when boiling. I hear it's bad luck. It depends.
And you will see me do that too on the video.
Yes. Yes. Hmm. Keep them coming, people.
Okay, but what's the real name of bow tie?
It was already said earlier.
Yeah, I got my cheat sheet up over here, so
Another cheat sheet. Oh no.
I'm a cheater. Yeah.
No. 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 Yes. Yes. Yes.
Elbows.
Yes. I'm
Yuck.
talking. I'm saying no to Captain Unicorn. No cheat sheets. But I'm saying yes. You guys are good. You're a lot more. You're a lot more pasta informed than what I thought. Mm. Oh God, yeah. There are different superstitions on stuff. Everything from if you get, double yolk.
I have never seen a double yolk egg.
Hmm.
I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never had one.
Or if you get a double yolk egg, usually if you get them farm fresh, you have more chance.
Mm. I've
So
gotten
it's
farm
all
fresh, but I don't
good.
like dealing with all the poop that's on them usually.
No, it's on the shell.
Well, still, then you gotta touch it.
Yeah, you got to rinse it off. But they have so much. They're so much more brighter.
Yeah.
Video, video. I don't think I've ever heard of video. It's all good. Okay, I'm gonna share some Olive Garden time. Oh my God. All the No, you go there for the salad and all the you can eat breadsticks, but it's all good. I can't tell you all the kinds of pasta I have eaten. I married an Italian. Okay,
Oh
that's
wow.
cool.
Cool.
I grew up in an Italian household, attended many Italian weddings, so yeah, so it's all good. So I'm gonna start sharing some of the stuff. So this is gonna be fun, I think. Okay,
Oh.
so I'm gonna share my screen. Now I can't see when I'm sharing my screen, so bum, bum.
Do I live under a rock? No. Why?
I don't know. Okay, so can anybody guess what this type of pasta is? You're gonna have to tell me in the comments because I can't tell. You may have had it and not even known it because it looks very much like spaghetti.
Yeah.
But there's
Or is it a little
one,
thicker than spaghetti?
it is a little thicker, and there's one other thing that you have to know about this one.
Is it hollow in the middle?
Yes, it's hollow in the middle.
Huh.
It's bucatini. I remember having this as a kid. I remember my parents getting mad because my sister and I would steal a couple of them out and sip our milk through it and use it as a straw. But yes, this is called bucatini, very much circular, tubular, like spaghetti, but it has an actual hole through the center of it, so it's hollow. And you would be amazed when you're mixing it with the sauce and so forth before serving, how much sauce and goodness gets swallowed up into that little hole. And then when you circle it and take it into your mouth, it's like, mwah, such a lovely explosion of so many flavors and all that. It's like, what can I say? Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, can you see this one, or do I have to
You
expand?
gotta blow it up a bit, yeah.
Okay,
And I'll make it bigger.
I just did.
Well, so did I.
Okay. So, do you know what this is? This is. Any guesses? Can you tell me the Italian name for it if you guess it right?
Of course not.
I can't see the chat, so I have to rely on you, my friend.
Orecchiette?
Nope.
Angel hair?
Yes, but give me the Italian name for it. I'm making
Bigoli?
you work. What?
Bigoli?
Nope.
Hmm.
Nope, nope, nope. Let me know when.
Pasta. Way to go, Rick.
Yes. Let me know when you surrender.
Ends in I. Good, Trey.
And
Can't go wrong with that one.
no. Okay. So the Italian, it is angel hair pasta. It's Capelli d'Angelo. So hair of the angel. So yes, this is
Ah.
angel hair pasta. Capelli d'Angelo.
Okay.
Now. Can we see this? Can you tell me what this is? And you're going to kick yourself.
Well, looks like spaghetti.
Looks like spaghetti, but it isn't. Looks like spaghetti, but it isn't. Let me know when you surrender.
Everyone's saying spaghetti.
No, this is actually called capellini.
Capellini.
Capellini. Now, you have to remember something with pasta. The angel hair pasta was called capellini d'Angelo. It means that it's smaller, it's thinner than the capellini, which is thinner than the spaghetti.
Okay.
And when we're talking thinner, I mean Italians are like these are 5 millimeters thinner from each other. Like
Mm.
literally, it's just like shavings and shavings and shavings. So when we're looking at it, so yes, angel hair pasta or capellini d'Angelo, capellini, and then spaghetti is thicker.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, but these are things you have to know because the sauce and what you're serving them in and the textures and how you're going to cook it, it gives
Mm.
you a different flavor and so forth in the mouth. And we're all about that oral fixation.
No comment.
Yes. So,
Well, that's,
anybody?
a shell pasta, but what's the Italian name?
Somebody in the chat
Hmm.
will get it. I know they will. I have faith. Even though growing up, I used to call them, I want the shell pasta. I want the seashell pasta. The big pastas.
So it's just everyone's got shells, pasta shells.
Yes, this is conclia.
Well, naturally.
Conclia. Now, if you notice, this particular type of shell, they have the ridges here to catch like little bits of sauce and cheese. And of course, if you were to flip them over, they have that pouch to kind of like cradle that little bit of meat or vegetable or sauce that you're mixing it with.
Mm-hmm.
Little surprises in each. Now, you'll have variations on that type of name based on the size. You'll have the really small seashell type, you'll have the medium type, and then you'll have the large. But they'll all have the ridges in the same form, just a different size, much like a man. Just
Uh-huh.
saying. So I'm just going with it. That's all. Now, I think people will know this one quite quickly.
Well, I was gonna say bow tie,
Bow tie
but
or little
that's not the
butterfly.
name.
But the
Someone said that way earlier.
yes, they said it earlier in the chat. So if you scroll back, you'll see someone who's typed farfalle.
Yeah.
So
Falafel.
not falafel,
Oh,
farfalle.
oh, sorry.
So these are really nice. Again, if you take a look at how they're done, these
Hmm.
little ridges catch.
But there are still different variations on that too.
Yes, you'll have a small, medium, a large. You'll hear them called little butterflies or bow ties. So but if you take
Well,
a
those
look
are the
at,
stupid American names.
well, yeah, but I mean, growing up, I had both.
Yeah.
So I mean, but if you take a look at the reasoning it actually catches all of the little ingredients, little spices, little bits of meat or veggie or sauce. Again, it's different type of texture, different type of appearance, something that it'll just make a different type of presentation if you're trying to woo someone. Now we got that one. Now here we are.
It's not just no. It's not just a spiral. It's something special.
It's two little ropes intertwined tightly, tightly. But there is a name of it. I'm telling you, somebody said it in the chat earlier. So you got to read the chat and let me know what's going on because I can't see them. What?
Gemelli?
Yes,
Gemelli?
gemelli.
I was thinking torchietti.
You mean like tortellini? No.
No, torchietti.
Torchetti? No.
Torchieti.
Nope.
Torchietti.
This is gemelli. Gemelli.
Jesus Christ.
So again, the twists and turns, different texture, different thickness, different curves and nooks and crannies where sauces and spices
So I had to throw
can
this one
be
up
held.
just because it's kind of appropriate.
Exactly. Now, I think somebody mentioned this one earlier. Any ideas? Look at the little cups. Oh, you can tell some of the spices and all that would hold.
Yeah, it's weird. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
What do you mean nothing yet?
Lindsay says Orsiate?
Yes.
Bingo. Cool.
Orchetti.
Okay, I
Yes.
don't speak Spanish or
That's,
Italian, whatever.
so sometimes they're called little ears or
Mm.
little hats, little caps, but it's orchetti. Now we come to the wagon wheels. And no, we're not talking about the honeycomb cereal.
That's different from what I'm saying.
But does
Because there's
anybody...
Rotelli, which is not this one. This is different.
No, you are correct.
Huh, okay.
This is Rotelli, also known as little wagon wheels.
Okay.
Just think, if you want to get your kids to eat and they have honeycomb cereal, you can get them this and go, look, we have honeycomb pasta. And you can get them to eat pasta and get them into it that way.
So, yeah, so there are slight variations on this, but they're all the same thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what variations you're looking for.
Well, it's
But
more
then,
a full circle, not a ribbed circle.
well, some of them may be more honeycombed. This one is probably more most people will get. This is again another one of those pastas that, the thickness, usually when you're buying them, they're in this type of form for you to buy because they are fragile. Now remember, we've already had Angel hair.
Okay.
Spaghetti is off.
Whiskey Music says linguine. It's not linguine.
Nope.
That's much
Linguine
thicker.
is, yes, much thicker and flatter.
Nothing. Nobody.
Starts with a V.
Oh, I thought it was Barbine.
Nope.
Nope. Damn it.
It is. Do you surrender to the question, the answer?
Lindsay says nests.
Yes, they're like nests. A few of them, when they're very um, thin and very thinner pasta, they'll sell them in various nests just to ensure that they don't break. You may have seen this in other places, but it's vermicelli.
Trey just said vermicelli.
Vermicelli. Oh, Trey, you are gonna be making dinner for all of us soon. All good. You know your pastas. Okay.
Well, that's just a spiral.
Yes, but what's the name of it?
Spiral. I just said it.
No, what's the Italian name?
We've all seen it on
We've all
TV.
eaten it.
We've all seen it on TV
Yes,
on Jerry Seinfeld.
and it's called
Lindsay says rotini.
ding ding ding, winner winner chicken dinner.
I thought it was fusilli.
No, do you want to know the difference
Damn it.
between do you want to know the difference between rotini and fusilli?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now look at these lovely little spirals. Think of them catching every little bit of sauce and spice and meats and anything else that you've put into your sauce and having them just spring and explode inside your mouth. It's like, cheese, sauce, spices. Rotini has a tighter spiral than fusilli.
Oh, okay.
Fusilli is more looser, more wider, but these ones are more tighter and springier. Kind of like just pops right in and goes rough. Do, 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 do. And then, are these the same or different?
Well, then that's the fusilli.
Correct. Take a look. These are far more wider, so it gives a little more girth to it. Catches it, allows it to circle it. So this would be your typical fusilli type noodle. What? You're blushing,
That.
aren't you? Now, do you know what this is?
Oh,
And it is a pasta.
oh, God, I know that one. What is that one?
Do 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 dee 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 dee.
Orzo.
Uh,
Lindsay says orzo.
That is correct, Lindsay. Ding 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 ding
Ooh,
ding.
she's getting all the points.
Yes, we're gonna have pasta points when we can afford it. No, but
And here you go. That's
yes,
for you.
you'll get a special mention when we finally get a community page. But I mean, but yes, so this type of pasta. It's shaped more like grains of rice.
Mm-hmm.
You would see it mainly. I've only seen it more like with soups that you would add it to kind of like beef up the soup with pasta. Just simply because I've never seen this type of pasta in any type of sauce, but I have seen it like in homemade soups
Mm.
and so forth being used. What?
It looks like worms.
A lot of things look like worms before we start, but then we cook them and we bring them up, we elevate them.
Ugh.
So, but these are little grains of rice. They're not worms. Oy vey. Okay. So how about our little tubes cut? Boom, 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 boom.
Nothing yet.
It's all good. Do you
People
have
are
any
people are
idea?
cheating and looking it up.
No, Google image reverse search. It's okay if you don't know. That's why we do
Of
this so
course
we
we
can
don't know.
it would be so we can educate each other and have some fun. I'm not going to tell you what these
Nobody?
remind me of.
Nothing?
Nothing?
Not,
Nothing, honey?
okay, Lindsay's got did a Tawa did a something.
Ditalini.
No, Ditatao.
It's probably a slight variation, but it's Ditalini.
Okay, I also
Ditalini.
say Canaroni.
No,
Damn it.
Ditalini. So Lindsay knows her pasta. Lindsay knows her pasta. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see if I have any other ones. I thought I'd be able to get you with those ones, but I didn't. Oh, I failed. I failed. Nope, those are the ones that I brought up. Those are the ones that
Cool.
I thought that people normally don't always see or use. So they usually are reliant more on the standard um, spaghetti or the penne or the rigatoni and so forth. So there's a whole bunch of things that are around there. Oh, hey, dear Dana. Sorry, I was behind showing stuff, so I didn't see you there. Um, so there's a whole bunch of other items that you shouldn't be afraid to try in the pasta aisle. Like penne and another one are very similar. One is just cut on an angle. A lot of the different pastas, if you look, some will be smooth, but they'll usually have a tubular uh, opening or ridges to catch the sauce or the spices and so forth and fill them. And it's really, really about how your taste, how you would sense it when you're eating it, um, and how it captures the sauce and what you're preparing, whether it's a tomato based sauce, a rose, a cream sauce, whether you're just using a very simple olive oil and spice and you're mixing it together. All of those items, those little ridges, those little items. You pulled up my warm comments. No, it's all good. It's
No, I pulled it up. He
ah
didn't see it.
no, because I don't have control of StreamYard. No, I'm just a guest. I'm an accessory. Uh, so all of those things come up to adding to your pleasure with pasta. It doesn't always. I mean, just even changing up your basic pasta from spaghetti or a penne just gives you a different experience in eating, in the presentation, the way it looks, the way it feels when you're taking that first, you know, bite into your meal. So don't be afraid of trying something different or new when you're in the pasta aisle. All of them are made with for a different purpose, and it can give you. It's all about the gravy. Well, yes and no. It's all about the sauce in this case. It's all about the sauce.
Who puts gravy on noodles?
That's a different type of noodle, different type of
Really?
cuisine, but we're sticking to well, not it, well. It all depends on what you're referring to gravy. I'm not putting poutine gravy on my pasta. Sorry, it ain't gonna happen. In some things, I am a purist, but yeah. So that's. I just wanted to take you down and show that those are simple 12 additional types of pastas. They're very common up here in Canadian stores, so they're probably everywhere in U.S. stores. That you can just change up a simple, spaghetti dinner by just changing your pasta, and it makes it different and just gives you a different type of eating experience. And sometimes your kids will like it. Sometimes your partner will like it because it's something slightly different.
I'm
Gravy is
always I'm always
Italian
trying
sauce.
something different just because I wanna push myself in my culinary experience. Like just the
Ah,
other day, I made tilapia. I've never made tilapia before, and it was pretty darn good.
ah, very nice. Very nice. But yeah, even down now, do you know what the bear's favorite pasta is? Take a guess. Any guess. My dad hated these, but I loved them.
No one's guessing yet.
You can guess too, Captain Unicorn.
Your favorite kind of pasta.
Hmm. And I put it in there purposely.
Did we see it?
Yes, yes, you did.
Well, that's the straw one.
No,
No?
no, 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 no. My favorite pasta is the conclia. It's the
Okay.
seashells. I love the seashell pastas.
The big ones or the small ones?
Oh, medium. You
Okay.
get medium-sized ones because they just cup and hold the sauce. And if you're having a meat sauce, a little bit of the meat and the spices. My dad would never buy them, so I had to buy them because he says, "No, I hate that." I said, "No, I love them." So yeah, there was a bit of a pasta war growing up in the house. But yeah, I love the seashell ones, the conclia.
I'm
So
anything pasta. I don't care what shape it is.
yes, but I mean the shape will give you a whole bunch of stuff, and with the larger tubes like the ZD and so forth, you can use them
Like a
in
good baked
baking.
ziti.
Yes, but if you take a look, they're tubular, they're hollow, so that when you're layering it and you're putting the sauces and all that on it to bake it, it absorbs it into it. It's like so you get little different explosions, and depending on where in the baking how it absorbs it and keeps it there, it's like mwah. And then you have your standard, you have your, you know, the big cannelloni noodles where you're stuffing them either with ricotta or ricotta
That's
and
something I've never done
cheese.
yet. I'll be interested in trying that one. Stuffing a
Uh,
cannelloni.
yes, I can just tell you this: when you're doing stuff like that, um, and you're baking them, you only partially boil them. You rinse them and keep them in cold water, so that way they're still semi-firm for when you're filling them, and they're also cool when you fill them. I've seen people try to stuff those noodles when they were still hot, and you end up
Oh,
splitting them. Yeah,
yeah. No way. They're, yeah, too
yeah,
fragile.
yeah. So that's why you only partially parboil them.
Now, this is a good one. Handmade pasta or store bought.
I was spoiled growing up. All of my pasta growing up was handmade till I was about 10. There is a different flavor and very much a different texture
Oh,
to
very much.
homemade
Yeah,
pasta. And you know when it's homemade pasta. You
yeah,
definitely know when it's homemade pasta versus store bought. But homemade pasta, you have to know what you're doing, and you have to have
yeah,
patience. And if you want the fancier ones, you have to have the machines to make them,
yeah.
like to be able to do a proper penne and so forth. The straight spaghetti or the gemelli and all that, you can do them by hand, but you have to actually know how to do them, how to let them dry, and then use them. Gnocchi, homemade gnocchi is always delicious, but that's more potato based with the flour and so forth. But it is so good when it's done right. Oh, little lumps of just lovingly, mm, especially with the sauce, and it absorbs it with the potato and how they're just like the right little size. And it's like, oh, when my sister first made them, she made them the size almost of hockey pucks. I'm like, this isn't gnocchi. I don't know what you made. What did you create? And they're like, here, try it. My parents are like, eat it. Your sister made it. I said, I don't want to eat it. It's terrible. She goes, eat it. I said, it's like a hockey puck. And I'm like, I don't know what she did, but she was not paying attention that time. But yeah, but you
No,
gotta
it's
have
really easy
fun with it.
to make it too tough if you work the dough too much.
No, it's the size of it too. It's half the size of the palm of my hand.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Well, I'm talking in general.
I'm just talking. This isn't gnocchi. I don't know where you learned this. Well, this is how I was taught back in the. I said, you were not taught this by any of our relatives. You liar. And I said, look, this is what happens when you pick it and throw it. That's the first time I ever actually threw pasta against a wall. It didn't even break. It just kind
Ooh,
of slid down. And Mom says, you're cleaning that up. And I'm like, I don't know what she made as long as I don't have to eat it. It was bad. Yay!
I'm sorry.
Our pasta was SpaghettiOs. Um, Thursday's child growing up, a lot of my friends who were in Munja Cake or non-Italian households, theirs was too. It was, the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Oh, baklava.
Now that
Oh,
is
baklava.
Greek.
That is a Greek dessert. It is layers of phyllo pastry with honey, and I think it's chopped walnuts layered back and forth and then drizzled with more honey. Oh, mm. You take that, it just kind of dissolves in your mouth. It's like, oh my God, yes.
I don't believe I've ever. I don't recall ever having baklava. Sounds
Oh,
wonderful.
baklava
There
is
is a
delicious.
Greek Orthodox church around here. Once a year, they do a Greek festival, and then they serve baklava. I've
Only
never
once a
gone.
year? Oh, you gotta go.
I gotta
My
go.
God. You can try pasticcio. You can try moussaka. You can have, of course, the standard souvlaki's, but you can get the um, saganaki, which is the cheese on fire. Upa! And then you have galactiburuco, which again is a layered phyllo. Oh, hey, G5! And it has a layer of a lovely custard, topped with another layer of phyllo pastry, with just a slight drizzle. Oh, you bite into that galactiburuco, and you have that custard and that light honey flavored pastry on it. Mm, mm, mm. Let me tell you, it's just like, ah. Oh, I don't mind having a nice glass of wine. I also throw a little bit of wine in my sauce if I like. If
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
you got
decent,
to.
if it's a decent wine.
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah,
wait till we drop this video.
oh yeah. But I mean, yeah, I grew up in the East End of Toronto, so it had a very, very small Italian population growing up, but it had a huge Greek population.
Hmm.
So going down to Greek Town and this, like just trying and sampling all of the different foods. I mean, if you like different things like tela masalata, which is a nice an egg roast type of dip, very salty,
Hmm.
but oh,
Oh, I love
very
that.
flavorful. The tzatziki, of course, goes without saying, and the pasticcio and the moussaka. Moussaka, if I remember, I always get them switched. Moussaka is more eggplant based, and pasticcio is is has the noodle base. I always switch them up. As soon as I see the picture, I know exactly what it is. It's been a while, and of course, traditional Italian and Greek salads normally don't have lettuce in them. It's usually more tomato and onion and spices and olives. Oh my God, the olives and the feta cheese with the fresh bread,
Mm.
drizzled with the feta cheese with a little bit of drizzle of olive oil, and then you top that up with a nice olive. Mm. Oh, can't beat that as a starting appetizer.
Oh, I love just food in general, and the Greek food. We have a Mediterranean restaurant
Hmm.
called the White House, and
Oh,
there's just
okay.
garlic in everything. They have a great garlic hummus. Uh, Almost every dish is lamb.
Oh, it's good if they know how to do up the lamb. It can be very, very tender. I cannot really cook lamb that well. I've tried it and I usually screw it up, but my dad used to cook it amazing and be like, oh yes,
I'll,
baba ganoush is always good.
I'll just grill up some lamb chops every so often. Those are pretty good.
Mm.
Just
But
petite little things.
what do you spice them with?
Olive oil, garlic, a little lemon juice, uh, other things. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's been quite a while since I've done lamb chops.
I should try it. I have to see if they have a decent a decent lamb shank and try it in the slow cooker and make like a Moroccan tangine. I should try that for one of our future episodes. Yes, I love my food, and I grew up on some Greek. I grew up in the East End, so I know my Greek food. And
The cucumber sauce, that's tzatziki.
tzatziki, yep. So it's all good. Baba ganoush was always good. That's eggplant based,
Mm.
and that has a different type of flavor and so forth. When you start getting closer to the Middle East, and you start bringing in more of the saffron and other spices that are native there into it, it gives you a. It depends. If I have malt vinegar, I love malt vinegar on
Right.
my fries. If there's no malt vinegar, I like to dip my fries with some ketchup. Hey, Melmac.
The only time I've ever really tried the malt vinegar on my fries is when I'm doing fish and chips,
Mm.
because then there is the malt vinegar.
Oh yeah, but malt vinegar.
Oh
Long
yeah,
time
no,
ago,
I enjoy it.
yeah.
I like all things vinegar. I We've gone to different fairs, and we were in Leavenworth.
Hmm.
I picked up a bottle of smoked balsamic vinegar, and I drizzle that a little bit of that on my pulled pork, and it is fantastic.
Ooh, ooh. On the pulled pork, I've never had that.
Well, you're gonna have to come on over.
Well, I have to fly out 3,000 miles, 3,000 miles over to your spot,
Yeah.
find it. It's like, oh my God, that would be wild. That would actually be wild. One of these days, I should surprise you. Well, could you imagine doing a live and we're both at Kirk's house? We're both at
Holy
Campbell
crap!
Unicorns.
I got to clean.
Yeah, everybody will be freaking out, or I'd be down. Hey, Spartan Dan, how's it going? I know we have the yeah, we had a mishap with our timing earlier. It's all good. I was panicking. I went, "Oh my God, I don't have my."
Yeah, it was what 20 minutes before 7 your time when you asked.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh
are we
crap!
going live at 7 Eastern Standard Time? I don't have my hair done, don't have my makeup done, don't have a new outfit. And they're like, "No." Oh, and I just basically dropped the link. Dear Dana is also a YouTube channel. So she allowed me to pimp us out on her channel, so I'm pimping out Dear Dana on our
Only
channel.
fair.
Yep.
Oh, well, let's put it up there then.
Yes.
Boom.
I already did.
Well, I'm
I'm a
putting it on the
mod on my own
screen.
channel. Yay! Here in Toronto as a kid at McDonald's and had malt vinegar on tables. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. But yeah, usually at the small diners growing up, yeah, there used to be white vinegar, malt vinegar, salt, and pepper.
Hmm.
One more round. It all depends on what type of whiskey you're serving, Whiskey Musings. Are we talking bourbon? Are we talking scotch?
Probably a single malt scotch for him.
Oh, well, very nice. Make sure make it a two-fingered one for me. Make sure that the glass is chilled.
2 fingers.
Yeah, two fingers, glass is chilled. Don't If it's really good single malt scotch, don't bruise it with an ice cube. Chill the glass. I can be elitist too. Yay!
No, it's just you know how to drink things or consume things in the way they're supposed to be consumed, not like a Neanderthal, like me.
Oh, well, it's like, well, I can tell you right now, a good Shiraz, I would be drinking it, but I love Shiraz, but Shiraz doesn't love me. Yeah, it gives me a very bad side effect. So, but I love Shiraz, but I just can't drink it. I just no,
No.
no. Found that out the hard way. Didn't know till one time I was out celebrating with friends. It wasn't pretty, but but yeah, had a whole bunch of fun. But
Cool.
yeah, so we got some desserts. I am not going to attempt to make baklava. I don't care.
No.
Dear Dana, that's a lot of work, and I don't have the skill set for it. but I can buy you some. I should buy some baklava and some galactic burrito or go down to the Greek dessert place.
Mm.
Oh, I will attempt. I can't guarantee, but this only happens at Christmas and Easter. I will take a look and see about making the amaretti cookies. Those are the
Ooh,
almond cookies, Italian almond cookies. Mm,
nice.
I just have to see the amount of work that it goes into. First, I have to see. Oh, your first beer basted German pretzel. Yeah, Dana was showing me on her channel. It was one of those two fisters. You could literally hold it with two fists. That I've never really seen a pretzel that big except on like
In movies.
television
Yeah.
and in movies.
Pink Panther.
Yeah, that too. And I was like, these are not the pretzels I normally see up here. I've only seen them in on TV and on a few other places. So I was like, what? What are these?
Okay. So talking about pretzels,
Hmm.
salted or unsalted? You know, the big rock salt chunks on them.
Okay, well, I don't know. You have to ask. You have to ask Dana.
Growing up, there was a vendor in one of the malls. My mom would always take me there, and we'd get, a pretzel is, a normal size pretzel, not the German pretzel,
Hmm.
and it had the rock salt on it. And then you get it with
Okay,
mustard, or I got it with mustard, and I thought that was just the best thing in the world.
salted rock salt was on Dana's. You went mute.
Who went mute? I didn't go mute.
Oh, well, you said something, but there was nothing coming through.
Oh, my lips moved. I didn't say anything.
Oh, well,
Anyway,
let's try.
what?
So you're doing something like that?
Well, I'm reading the comments so I can comment on them.
Oh, it was softer, chewy,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, a nice warm soft pretzel with rock salt on it,
Mm.
and just one straight line of mustard all the way around it.
See, it must be a U.S. thing because I don't see, like, even at sporting events, I'm sure they serve them. But I know when growing up, like having those big pretzels wasn't like a regular
Mm.
thing up here.
Now, I went to New York a few years ago, and there was a pretzel vendor. So hey, I gotta have a pretzel. I haven't had one in a long time. So, and I asked, "You have mustard?" No one has ever asked for mustard. I don't have mustard. What? It might be a Western thing. I don't know.
Could be.
Regional. Does anybody else eat mustard on a hot pretzel?
You got $10 Tommy goes, Captain Unicorn, you got to rock the cup of cheese with the soft pretzel.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I'm not against cheese. I like cheese.
I don't know. It's just something that wasn't common up here. So for me, the
Hmm,
pretzels were always the little ones that you got, the little hard ones that you would munch on. But we never really had like those big ones like Dana was showing what you guys are referring to.
yeah.
Like the big 250 or what, maybe at Oktoberfest they have them, but it's not like a
Hmm.
an everyday thing up here, like at like some of the fast food vendors, um, and so forth. But I've always seen them in the States.
Put the rock salt on the ground to melt the ice, right?
It will also melt your pretzel. No.
And give you high blood pressure.
Beer cheese. Okay, you got to explain beer cheese to me. That has to be a U.S. thing.
No, I think it's a German thing, actually. Nope, wrong one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I'll
probably
put
a purely German thing.
oh, I'll put any king of mustard on a baked pretzel.
Okay.
Cinnamon brown sugar pretzels. Okay, Robbie, I have no idea. I have no idea what cinnamon brown sugar pretzels are.
Oh, was it Auntie's Pretzels? It's a chain in
Oh,
every mall in America. I
yes.
think it's Auntie's.
Yes, with pasta, always, usually for me when I'm doing my pasta is usually about um let's see, about 10 to 12 minutes, but I always take it about the 11-minute mark. I take one out just to see what it's like. I don't know, $10. I haven't been to a Jays game in a long time. I have to go and give it a shot and see if it's and see what they're selling down there. They would probably have it for anything like for the Leafs and so forth. See, going to a Leafs game growing up, it was always like the roasted peanuts, chestnuts, because it was more fall winter thing. Uh, Usually something like that. So so yeah, I have to see. I'll ask a couple of my friends that are regulars whether they've seen that, whether they're doing the decent pretzels. But again, it's like bagels. Depending on who's making them, you have to know how to make them for them to come out that'll really pop and leave a memory.
Have you ever
So,
tried to make bagels?
no, I've never tried to make bagels,
I tried
but
it once. It was horrible.
but anytime I go to Montreal, I always bring back a dozen bagels of Montreal bagels.
Mm.
Then they have the whole debate about when are they boiled and all this and how they're boiled. But to tell you the truth, I love the schmear. Oh, a nice smoked salmon schmear, and they have so much variety. It's like, mm, especially if you have a plainer or different type of schmear, and then you can put a nice sliced smoked salmon on it. Oh, so it's all good. English muffins, Melmac. Um, the only time I've ever really had English muffins is always with a nice poached egg in the hollandaise.
Mm.
Mm, yes, with salmon and the cream cheese. Oh yeah, on a nice warm bagel. If you actually go to the where they're actually making it and they're coming out, just fresh, they'll give you can buy a dozen fresh, hot off the right out of the oven as they've warmed up to be able to go, and it's like fresh bagels, fresh schmear. You can eat half of them on the way home. Yes,
Well, any
flock.
any any fresh bread product doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, but it has to be if it's done right. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because there's just that scent of them being fresh. And then, do you want them smooth? Do you want them with the sesame seeds on them? Mm, different texture, different flavor. It all adds up to what you like. Have you ever made hollandaise, Captain Unicorn?
No, I always go lazy and do the packet thing if I've ever made it. And my
I
brother would shoot me for even
Why?
saying that. He's a chef in Alaska,
Oh Lord,
and hollandaise is so easy to make. Just okay, fine, get it.
I'd actually have to go and check and see how to actually make a proper hollandaise and see if I could do it. I may not succeed, people, but I mean, I'm willing to give it a try. But I mean, that's the whole fun thing. It took me 6 months to learn how to actually make a proper poached egg that looked like a poached egg when it came out.
Oh, instead of a octopus.
An octopus or a fried egg that kind of got through a Warhol painting or something like that. It was kind of like yeah. So that's the thing. It's like that's half the fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
which I learned through trial and error of if I clean up as I go,
That's what I
which is
do.
a pain. But I
Oh, this
mean,
is gonna it'll just pile up on you.
oh yeah, and then all of a sudden, like you have this wonderful meal, and the next thing you know, you're sitting there and you're looking like, oh wow, I have a sink and a half full of dishes I still have to do. No. Or as my parents used to say, that's why we had kids. Wash them. What? Indentured servants we were.
Yeah.
God rest their souls. Indentured servants, yes. How did it turn out, Melmac? Melmac's made a hollandaise sauce.
And I have that book too.
The Joy of Cooking.
Yeah.
I have a couple other books that says The Joy of, but they're not about cooking.
My parents had that book,
Yes. I
and I
bet you
found
did.
it.
And I bet you didn't. They didn't have the other book that I have about the joy of.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably not.
yes, hollandaise. Well, hollandaise goes good on everything. On asparagus, Brussels sprouts, on potatoes, on eggs, and a nice béarnaise sauce. Oh,
Mm.
let me tell
Okay,
you, my
what's the difference
mouth.
between béarnaise and hollandaise?
Well, I think one is egg based and the béarnaise isn't. But
Mm.
I when I was out and had that with steak, like a tomahawk steak, and we had the béarnaise sauce on the side, some of the side dishes.
Mm.
Oh my God. Whoever made it, I don't know what's in it. I'm going to have to learn how to do it, but it just made my mouth water. And that's the thing, you know, we've gotten from the passion of pasta and sauces, took a little detour for desserts, went through Greek
Mhm.
town with the baklava and on to other items. Then we went to pretzels, and now we're on hollandaise and béarnaise. We'll go
It
around the world,
yeah.
around the world with this, which is
Does
all
anybody
good.
watch food channels on YouTube? Because every Sunday nights I like to wind down my week, and sometimes we'll watch street vendor channels, Korean street foods. It's just fascinating to watch them work and how they do other things, like
Mm,
the Korean corn dog, which I actually tried to make once, and it's not bad. Instead of the corn batter, it's a yeast dough that has to rise a little bit, and you wrap the hot dog in it, or cheese, deep fry it, or roll it in panko bread, or potatoes.
mm.
Cubed potatoes like uh, O'Brien hash browns. Deep fry that, and it is pretty darn good. But they put
Mm.
sugar on it, which is weird. I don't want sugar on my hot dog.
I think but is it like our sugar, or is it a certain
Well,
type?
they never actually say what they're putting on, but it looks like sugar, regular white sugar,
I'm gonna have to
and
ask some of
then
my
put the
Korean
mustard.
friends.
Yeah,
Well, savory and sweet, right?
yeah.
Savory and sweet. Mustard is way more on the tart side, depending on, and also on. There's different types of mustard. We're not talking the French's mustard, or so forth, or Heinz
Yeah.
mustard. If you get more of the really spicier mustards, it would be a little different. Let's see. Yes, there's enough. Yeah, I have some cookbooks and I have some really like regional ones, and it's kind of like this is Southwest cooking or this is this, and I'm like, where can I get that? And then it's like you have to look through the different stores and go, do they sell that here? Do I have to go to a specialty store? There is a place down in downtown Toronto in Kensington Market. It's basically the king of all spices, and supposedly they have hundreds and hundreds of different types of spices, and I have to go check it out one time. And if I do, I'm going to videotape it because Kensington Market is very much in one of the oldest parts of the city, and it's just an amazing like pedestrian walk-through place. We used to go there as teenagers and in our 20s. A few little party places down there, some nice, unique, small mom and pop shops that are slowly disappearing. So
Mm.
I like to get there before everything disappears and turns into a condo and so forth. So, oh, you like mayo with your French fries? That's cool. Whiskey musings, palm frites.
I'll mix the mayo with ketchup.
Oh, Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I've made because I like it. I've
Hey,
there's a
to each his
restaurant
own.
nearby. They have a fry sauce that I have done my best to recreate,
Hmm.
and I believe the secret ingredient is smoked paprika.
Could be.
It's very good, and one drop of liquid smoke.
Mm. Oh, I can believe it.
No,
I
it's
know.
fantastic.
Yeah, I know when my sister. This is way, 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 way back when she went backpacking through Europe and she came back. She did the same thing in France. They didn't really use ketchup; they used mayo. And nowadays, a lot of people are using like a very much spicy mayo when eating sushi, as opposed to the soy sauce
Mm,
to give it a different type of flavor, reduce your
mm.
sodium. So there's a whole bunch of different new nuances coming into the food area, depending on where you live, that you may not have seen before. Yeah, no, it is. I've heard that it's really, really good. I don't know if it's something that I'd like to try. French fries in their ice cream? Mm,
Oh, French fries in the milkshake. Oh yeah, I've done that. A heavily salted fry dipped into a chocolate shake. Oh, that is fantastic.
not my thing. I like my shakes to be shakes. I like my fries to be fries. Other things I'll mix, so
But you'll eat candied bacon.
yeah. I have
It's the same kind of thing.
I have maple bacon
Savory and
cookies.
sweet.
Maple bacon's cookies. I'll see if Craig's Cookies has any of them, and I'll take some pictures of them. They do up a whole me- uh, variety of items, so that would be interesting.
Unicorn nose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. You can have your fries and shakes.
Maybe it's an American thing. I don't know.
No,
But
I've
a
seen
lot of people
people. I
do that.
think up here. I think people up here do too. Just something that never grabbed me.
Hmm.
Like having iced coffee with 17 types of toppings, syrups, and sugars. I'm
Okay, that's
like,
a bit much. Yeah.
no. Would you like some coffee with your sugar? No. So that's what I'm like, kind of like, no, just not my thing. Yes, yes, a good tartar sauce that's zesty and lemony with a nice piece
It's
of
hard to find the
fish.
right one though,
Hmm.
because some are
I
too
s-
sweet or are
I'm
even
just
too
telling you right
vinegary.
now. I did the cheap man's tartar sauce when I was out one day, and I didn't have any, so I mixed mayo, green relish, and a couple of shots of Worcestershire sauce. Mixed that all up, and that was my tartar sauce, and I loved it.
Mm. When I was working at McDonald's, we had a manager. She'd always make her own tartar sauce. Mayonnaise. Took some of the dill pickle, chopped that up, and a squirt of lemon, and that was it. That was her tartar
Mm.
sauce.
Oh, I should try capers and tartar sauce. Yeah.
Hmm.
Does that give it a real Robbie, you don't never feel like a deer in the headlights when there's too many options. Always go for what you know your palate likes, and then for a twist, just add one option in and see if you like it. But never panic. Never panic when you're presented with too many options because you're kind of like, oh, well, I'd love to try this, and this, but depending on budget and where you are and the amount of time that you have. So always, stick with what you know that you like and add in one little wild variable that you'd like to try with it. And then for next time. So it's all good, but never feel overwhelmed with too many options. You can switch it up a little bit.
So what are capers? I don't think I've ever actually had any.
Oh, they're small little um I don't know what they truly are, but they are very salty and I usually see them with a lot more seafood dishes. When you have
Hmm.
capers. Hang on. Since we're on here, I'm going to do a little Google. Entertain the troops, Captain Unicorn.
I can't do that. That's what you're for.
Well, I'm doing the Google, so
Capers
you got to
are
do.
type of olives.
Yeah, well,
That's what
caper.
Drifter does.
Yes, capers. It's called
Sour.
Flinders Sloes. It's a perennial plant that bears a rounded, fleshy leaves with a large white pinkish flower. But yeah, they come from a prickly bush, grows wild in the Mediterranean parts of it. The capers hang on. They're giving me a little more information than what I want. But hey, yes. Where am I? I don't know where I am. Okay. Yes, here I am. From a prickly bush, the capers we see in grocery stores are the unripened green flower buds of a plant, and they're pickled
Hmm.
and dried, and they give a very briny flavor. But they're fairly small, and they're usually used in seafood dishes, baked fish. Sometimes you can put them into a certain pasta sauce. Chicken piccata have
Hmm.
capers in them. But yeah, they do have a very briny type of flavor. But they're also fairly small on the ones that you get here. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm not into green olives
Hey, Mark Kropka.
or
Oh,
Kalamata olives.
oh,
Those are too strong.
Kalamata. Oh,
They're too strong tasting.
but they have that color
Hmm.
and that taste that just gives it a different type of flavor, especially in a salad or as part of a side dish. And the green
No,
ones,
Addie's mom would always serve them. I think with the salad, but sometimes just on the side. Just
hmm
I didn't care for the taste of them.
oh, I love them. I love
Mm.
The Greek Kalamata olives. I love the stuffed green olives with the pimento and the garlic. Oh, it's always nice when they're pitted, but you know what? Drizzled in a little bit of olive oil. You let them there, pitted or no pitted. I can take the skin off them and just with proper manners, pick up the thing, put the seed out, and I'm on to the next one. And I can mow through them, but I love them in a salad, or if they're really really good olives as an appetizer with some feta cheese on their own. It's all about the surrounding things. All the fun stuff.
Okay, well we're an hour and a half.
Oh
Woof.
my God, this went quick. This went quick. I didn't think it would go. I thought that we'd actually be at a time about 45 minutes ago.
No, the pasta questions went to like 50 minutes.
Oh,
So yeah, we're doing good.
well, people, it's been almost an hour and a half. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you've enjoyed our Passion of Pasta and our other lovely cooking trips that we took around the world. An ASMR cooking video. I've been asked to do children's stories. Hey, Diana Santos. And I've been asked to do like a good
I
night, adult bedtime routine. Like take your breathe in. I'm cheating. I'm taking from some of Dear Dana's techniques. Breathe in clean air, deep. Hold for 5. Exhale all those arguments from work in the morning. Inhale deep for 5. Exhale all the demands of your kids that you made of you today. Inhale for 5. Exhale that guy that cut you off in the lane coming home from work. And then just taking it from there. Stretch. Wiggle
and then
those
take a shot.
fingers above you. Stretch back down. And then we'll continue with something else on cooking. But right now, that's all we're going to do for this. No, not yoga now. Oh my God, I should do some yoga. I got to get more bendy
We should
before
all do
summer.
yoga.
I got to get more bendy before summer. And there's a reason for that.
Jeez.
It's true.
I don't want to
True.
know.
I can narrate it. I can go, now remember, in clean air, out bad arguments at work. In clean air, out all the demands from children. In, out, all those idiots on your commute. In, out, all those desserts. No, yeah. You deserve a break because all those desserts you passed up today. Yes. Then you got to stretch and do all of that fun. Yeah. Yogurt? No, not yogurt. Yoga. Yoga. Oh, it happens to all of us, especially after the last couple of years. It's all good. But it's time for us to wish everybody a good night. Safe cooking.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Oh, yeah,
We should all do yogurt. No, no, no. Yogurt.
I hit the wrong button.
Again. So, upcoming this week, we will be dropping our Passion of Pasta video. You will be
Which you're all gonna want to see.
surprised, and you're going to want to see. It's tantalizing, satisfying, and satiating. And the bear is going to go on to hunt for salmon this week. And hopefully, if I can get a decent salmon, we are going to be having a new fish dish, and I'm going to be using my air fryer for it. So I'll be able to give you an honest review. This will be the first time I've ever done salmon in an air fryer. So I'll let you know how it actually turns out for me.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's everybody that I've talked to says that it's supposed to be really great for fish,
Mm.
and for meat. Now I've done chicken, I've done veggies, I've done pork, but I do not know how the salmon steaks will turn out in the air fryer. But I'll take you along my journey and I'll tell you if it's actually blech, or if it's like, yay, we got a winner. That's why I'm buying two. One I will try in the air fryer. If it doesn't work out, I can always have dinner by using it in the regular oven. I can let you know how it turns out. So don't forget, if you're making anything and you'd love for us to highlight it, even if it's on your channel, just like Trey did, we highlighted her pico de gallo. Oh my God, I'm learning Spanish through food. Pico de gallo.
Good boy.
Although I'll call it salsa. And or send in photos. It's all good. We'd love to feature them. Yes, I know I've been bad. I haven't posted the recipe for the veggie chili. I will get on it. Yes, I swear. Yes, I swear. And we'll have it ready for next Monday's video. It's just been really busy at work. And so you guys cook up, try something different. That's the whole thing about this. We can collaborate. You try something different. I can do that, but I'm not putting my fries in my shake. I don't care. And
Oh,
it
just try one. One
it's
fry.
not happening. No, it's not happening.
Fine.
I don't
Just
mind fries in mayo. I can dip it in mayo. I can dip it in mustard. I am not ruining a good, decent homemade shake with a French fry. My
okay.
shake is not only my drink, it's my dessert.
Yeah.
It's liquid dessert, and I'm not mixing it with my carb, okay? That's just me. The rest of you do what brings your taste buds joy, trust me. But for me, it just doesn't entice me.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, that's
Whatever.
fine. Oh, don't get up. Oh, we'll talk later. Now, all of a sudden, he's all hurt. I'm going to have to talk to him after the show backstage, even though he abandoned me last week. But I don't hang on to things. I let it go. I just let it
Wow.
go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, love yous all. Big bear hugs, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Send us your creations, good, bad, or indifferent. Trust me. Some of the stuff I've done, I've looked at and went, tastes great, but looks like, ooh, I can't show people this. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'll show you my failures when I have it. And, well, I may. May take me a couple of times, but it could be expensive with salmon. So I'll have to be honest with that one. So anything you'd like to say, Captain Unicorn?
No, just always remember, play with your food.
Oh, yeah. Play with it. Talk to it. Control it. Make it feel like it's part of the family. Because it really is. It's nutritious. And it should be satisfying for your soul and for your taste buds.
And sensorily appealing.
Oh, yeah.
All your senses.
Yeah. Make all your senses come alive. It should be oral satisfaction.
And visual and smell, you know.
We better say goodnight
Don't
before we
be
get in
oral
trouble.
fixated.
No.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Take care, everybody. See you later.